That's so good.
So you can.
Ooh! Ooh, I've never seen that before. So today's gonna be a fun day. I'm excited for this one. I've been asked by a bunch of people to take a look at some phenomenal athletes, and I thought that there'd be nobody better to start with than fellow Canadian, my man Terrell Bramwell, a volleyball jumping monster. And Terrell and I have been cool. We've been back and forth talking for many years. We've tried to link up a few times in the past. Hasn't necessarily worked out, but we've corresponded on lots of stuff. So I'm very familiar with Terrell. I'm very familiar with how he jumps. I've posted some stuff in the past on the PPA Instagram, and today we're gonna go through these clips. I'm certain there's some stuff in these clips that I haven't seen yet, so we'll get after that. In the meantime, if you're enjoying yourself here at PPA, make sure you subscribe, like this video, drop us a comment below. Who would you like to see reacted to, broken down here by Coach? Let's do this, 3, 2, 1. Our people over at Titans, make sure you go check out the original video. That's in the description below. Oh, yeah, I'm super familiar with that. What I love about Terrell is so many deliberate behaviors. We're always attacking, we're always accelerating, and we accelerate all the way through the jump. That's super important to keep in mind. And these party tricks, like jumping over big groups of people, jumping over people in general. As a former pro dunker and having done this quite a few times myself, it's a lot easier than it looks for a jumper like this. It's just a real big crowd pleaser. People love being jumped over. So this one's just gonna be a little bit more delayed on that block foot and pop off the ground. Just make sure you don't take anybody down with you. That's it, showing love, showing love. Yeah, and Terrell's, this is what he became really viral for. A lot of his videos where he'd jump over people and actually attack. So super impressive. He's also a really talented dunker, and to do this type of dunk here, that's nasty. That's nasty. That's so good. Woo! Woo! I've never seen that before. He put absolute body on him. That was awesome. It's like not a chance. Let's watch that again. Let's go back. And like his buddy here too, not a bad jump. Not a bad jump. Big, exaggerated penultimate, but Terrell's like, no thanks, bro. You got to talk someone down too. Like, that's great. That's so great. Look at this. Nice big push and a big wide block because he's so long. And then Terrell, he's like, I'm already here, man. What are you doing? That's awesome. What's this? Ooh, nasty pat. There's a fix. There's a fix. Let's watch it. Hold on. Like some of the best dunks I ever did in my career were off just bad passes. And that was a perfect example. Oh, I've seen this video before, so this is good. Let's pause this here. What you're gonna pay attention to is check out the upright posture through that torso mid-flight of this penultimate stride. This is the penultimate stride. This is our second last stride. It's responsible for lowering. You can see how he's starting to lower that center of mass down. And he's sending the arm so that he can synchronize that with the plant and the block coming next. But upright posture keeps his center of mass back. Contact to that plant foot right here, and you'll see that he's still hanging behind the plant because he's got to get that block out so he can redirect all the force upwards and not drift and take that dude out. There we go, wide block, and then we got some nice forward travel. He's making sure that he's tucked up. He's fully tucked up. That's great. Great crowd. Oh, this is to the roof, isn't it? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's just such an unreal swing. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Let's bring that back. This is a nice standing jump, and let's take a look at what's happening. So here, you see how the thighs, right? Those femurs, they slightly collapse. We get what we call internal torque of that femur, and that internal torque is power. We're kind of winding up the tissues of the hip, and we get a lot of downstream, upstream effects of that winding. And some of the highest jumpers in the world present with that internal torque, and it can be confused for valgus fault, which is like a weakness. This is a power sourcing method, and Terrell's obviously quite conditioned in these positions. Nice, and he's driving down to the floor through that takeoff. It's important that you're striking the arms down and through when you do any type of jump because you get that nice return impulse. Beautiful. Oh, every volleyball player's done this. I mean, not like that, but that toss, that's so nasty. Big push, nice punch of that block foot. Terrell is a very strength power oriented jumper, so he gets quite low into his jump, has a little bit longer ground contact times than some other jumpers. So he has a bit more time to whip that block through and get that nice punch of the block, where some athletes, because they're quite a bit taller through their approach, have a much quicker, sharper reactive block, where Terrell is more like a kind of a trampoline. We get that really lowering and exploding out of the bottom position. Oh, I think this is his, yeah, that's a huge jump. If I'm not mistaken, Terrell's touched upwards of 12.2, and he's about 6'2". It's just so nasty. Such a talented jumper. There you go, you can see that big, he's got a big reaching penultimate, and he can manage that. Some people can't manage that really long penultimate, so it's very important that when you see videos and see stuff on penultimate stride and how to get better through jump technique, that you understand that not everybody's jump has to visually look the same. What we're doing is really trying to establish behaviors. So be aggressive through that stride, push, but if you over push, you overextend, and you're not bringing in enough speed or strong enough, you'll bury yourself on takeoff, and it'll actually be quite detrimental to your jump. Oh, here we go, swinging around. And he's 15 too, right? That was my number. It's that Vince number. Everybody wanted to be Vince. Beautiful. So much energy. Ugh. Is that it? Man. Terrell is such a nasty athlete. Like, he's a guy that you can tell is in love with jumping. He's somebody that has spent the majority of their life just taking every opportunity he can to jump, and that really shines through. Listen, we speak the language of jumping here at PPA. This is what we do. We work with athletes from multiple sports, all the way from beginner to professional level, all over the world. So we understand jumping, and Terrell is somebody that has that intuitive jumping behavior built right in. So what an awesome video. Terrell, you're the man if you're watching this. We gotta hook up soon, brother. The new year, once we can get closer to each other and put some work in, we'll be there. Terrell's been working with a friend of mine, Reed Hall, up in Toronto at the Athlete Matrix, a really good volleyball coach and trainer and volleyball coach, and has been doing great work with Terrell. I'd just love to get my hands on Terrell for a little bit of detailed technical work, and I'm sure he'd love to see that. And I'm sure you guys would love to see that too. So when it happens, we'll get it on camera. It'll be posted. It'll be on here at PPA. Listen, appreciate you guys. This is Coach Ty here with Project Pure Athlete. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like, and let us know below who you'd like to see on a next episode of Coach Reacts, Coach Breaks Down, whatever we want to call it. Listen, COVID high five. Peace.